Arizona is long overdue for rain. More than half the state is experiencing extreme drought. That's according to the latest Drought Monitor report. We've seen multiple red flag warnings over the past few weeks and fire restrictions at some national forests. Fire managers say wildfires can happen year-round in Arizona, but it's more likely this time of year. We learned more about that risk from Steve Millert, Southeast District Manager for the Arizona Department of Forestry and Fire Management, John Thornburg, Fire Management Officer at Saguaro National Park, and Steve Miranda, Fire Staff Officer with the Coronado National Forest. What have we learned from previous years? How can we be safer about our firefights and keep the men and women on the ground really safe while they're doing their job?
I think we learn from all of our fires, and not just in Arizona. We learn from fires across the West, and we try and study them, learn where folks have been either injured or killed, learn what those decisions were, and try and mitigate those in the future.
Arizona's home to the Yarnell fire. Are we a little bit more cautious because of what happened here a few years ago?
I mean, it probably highlighted or is still fresh in a lot of minds, but I think it's, the safety part of things, what we do, we think about it day in, day out.
John, you've served as a fire management officer. When you're in the heat of the moment trying to make a decision, how important is it to really make one based on safety and security, but also getting that fire out?
I mean, every decision we make that's our primary thought process is safety of firefighters and the public with that.
Even when there isn't a fire, we have discussion and dialogue and ensuring that, when we do get to that time where there is an incident, that we're making the right decisions.
You all represent different agencies. So Steve, tell me about that communication that has to take place when you're bearing in mind that you have state, local, and federal partners all at the same place.
No matter what shirt you're wearing or what agency you represent, I think we've built enough of a relationship that it's a very easy discussion.
What happens? We get a press release and the whatever fire is burning, but what's actually happening on your end? How quickly do you guys mobilize?
We mobilize immediately. Once the smoke report has been made, we mobilize resources through our dispatch center. If the fire looks like it's going to get larger and we don't have a sufficient amount of resources locally, an order will be placed through a system that will bring in firefighters from across the region and across the country.
Do the men and women who are on the fire lines have exactly what they need to do their job?
They do, but there's only a finite amount of firefighters in the region and in the country. So, we watch planning preparedness levels. We have a local preparedness level for Southeast Arizona, and then we have a regional preparedness level. That's for Arizona and New Mexico. And then there's a national preparedness level. So we're constantly monitoring those to see that the number of resources are out there to be able to meet objectives on a particular fire.
We bring in those resources that are available in other parts of the country that aren't in fire season and help bolster our suppression resources. So when we do have a fire, we have adequate resources. As the fire season progresses and our indices decrease, our resources move out of Arizona to other parts of the country to help them out with their fire seasons.
Is there a difference in firefighting when we think of urban and rural? For some of us in Tucson, the greater Tucson area, we might look at what's happening on Mount Lemmon or perhaps near Sonoyta and think it doesn't affect us. It's not going to come this direction. But isn't it fair to say we all sort of face some sort of threat when we're living in the desert?
I'd say we do. I mean, it's not so much fire knows no boundaries. It doesn't matter if you live in town, the urban part of things, it knows no boundaries. So again, it goes back to those conditions we have on any given day, with the wind blowing, it makes things challenging.
What's it really like when you're there in the nitty-gritty and, walking these lines and really experiencing it? Can you take us inside what that must be like?
There's a perception that there's chaos and, a lot of running around and really it's very methodical. We're very clear. We're all, highly trained.
I think that's our job, is to bring some organization to what may look like a chaotic situation.
How exactly do we make those decisions on what needs to be a prescribed burn? I mean, there are areas that need to burn, and it might be good for that terrain, that environment.
For multiple reasons. It could be for wildlife habitat improvement, watershed improvement, protecting the urban interface. In fact, there's a prescribed fire plan that is developed. It's a written document, and it's just not something we decide upon and then implement within a week. It takes a long time to develop the plan for that.
There are times when you have to close parks because it's just not safe for people to be in there. Can you take us inside that decision making that leads to that?
It's something that we discuss as a group, as a team, between us and our agency partners.
You know, we're taking into account, I know it impacts people that are going out camping and stuff, but you know, it's just another part of being in the outdoors and the environment we're in.
When we do have wildfires, what is the public missing? What are we not fully understanding about what's happening?
You know, a lot of the public perception is if they don't see aircraft flying, their fire's not going out. You know, so there's more to just flying air tankers and aircraft than putting the fire out. You know, the boots on the ground, the safety part of things. It's really for us to work very well with our public information officer and painting that picture. What is our plan? And having that public buy-in, you know, to what we're looking at doing. Sometimes it's not an easy decision.
Are we getting better in the firefight? I mean, every year it seems to be much more severe. That's probably based on our climate and overall weather patterns. Are we improving our efforts every year?
I think part of the problem is that we've been so good at it, and we've allowed these fuel conditions to develop to at such a level that fires burn so intensely now. I just hope the folks are safe and they're careful out there as we get into the peak of our fire season here in late May and into June. That they just be careful with their campfires and dragging chains, those kinds of things, because you know those are the ones that aren't planned that can cause us problems.
Okay, my thanks to all of you for being here.